Hello, and welcome to my show that's hosted by Unique Voices in Films and the Path of Consciousness. And today, my guest is Thair Al-Attar, also known as Terry. Hello, Thair.
Hello, Weam. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
And I've known Thair, as I seem to have known most people, for a very long time, but this is the first time you've been on my show,
Yes.
so I'm very honored. Thank you.
I'm very honored myself.
Thank
you so much.
So Thair is a financial service professional specializing in credit and processing with a long-standing career in the industry. Beyond his professional work, he has been deeply involved in the arts and community service for more than 3 decades. He serves as stage manager and director of operations for Two River Theatrical Group and has worked with various theater organizations for approximately 30 years, contributing to numerous productions. He has also been active in Arabic and Chaldean radio and television, helping amplify cultural voices within the community. A graduate of the Detroit Police Academy in 1995, Terry served 3 years in law enforcement and has continued his public service for over 25 years as Reserve Deputy with the Macomb County Sheriff's Office, Marine Division, now completing his final year of service. Wow, Terry, that's very, very nice. Very touching, and I like that balance between a totally different professional field and the arts. So I appreciate how much you appreciate the arts, that you make this much time and effort for it. But I want to share with our audience how we have recently connected. You had a play, that one of the plays that was sponsored or led by the Two River Theatrical Group that I attended, and I loved it. It was so meaningful. It was so funny, but it was also meaningful. It was beautiful. And by the way, for our audience, I did write an article that will be published in the Chaldean News in May. And May is Chaldean American Month, so we are honoring people, Chaldeans, who have achieved so much work and such great. And I had somebody who was in education, somebody preserving the language, and in your case, the arts, which, as we know, this is not a field that too many of our community members are involved with, but you are. And I just want to learn about your journey. How did that journey unfold from balancing between a career in finance, law enforcement, and the arts?
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you, Weam, for giving me the opportunity to appear on your interview. And of course, this is the amazing and the talented Weam Namou.
Thank you. I appreciate my husband will be happy that
thank you so much. Thank you. I had it in my mind.
You're a very smart man.
Okay. So there are 3 different fields, Weam. Okay. We have businesses that I make money. Have business, I do it as a volunteer, as a reserve. And we have the other one that sometimes either it hits or it misses, Either we make money on the theater or we don't. It depends. So actually, I give time to each one. Like for an example, like for mortgage. Mortgages, I've been in the mortgage business for 10 years. And I used to have my own company. And when I do something, I'm very good at that. Okay, thank God. And I mean, each career or each job or profession, I give it 110% of my attention, so I can be successful at it. So that actually all these things like law enforcement and arts and theaters and all that stuff, and my other business. Now I'm currently with the credit card processing as a director of operations, and each one is different from the other. So that's why I don't combine them. I don't think of all of them at the same time. I take them one thing at a time. When I'm doing theater, I think of theater. That's it. When I'm out of the theater, if the opportunity comes to do credit card processing, I think of that. This is just like people with 3 or 4 languages, and they speak a language, and they think of that language. They think of that country when they speak that language. That's why.
But You know, you said something when I came to the play, but it was what what was it called again? Say it in both Arabic
In
and
Arabic.
English.
In
Yes.
Arabic, Allah راح أتزوج والله يستر.
Hmm.
That means I will get married. I'm getting married, and God bless.
And God bless.
Okay.
So I loved what you said before the play about how a culture, a people, is judged or something to the. It was very moving how you said how they are. The way they are connected to culture is how you understand the philosophy of a certain society.
Yes.
I thought that was very moving because one of the things that we have discussed before is that we sometimes feel that the arts is a little bit neglected. But that wasn't the case for you. And tell us how you started Two River Theatrical Group at a time where I really don't think that many people thought of doing anything like that.
Okay. I started actually 3 decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying in the late 80s with the Chaldean. I don't know if you remember or if you know Thair and his
Yes,
group,
yes.
Babylon group.
Mhm.
Okay, I was a participant in that group, 1987, and then I became a stage manager and I acted a little bit in
Mhm.
Surat. Okay, so anyway, I started with them, and then gradually I started doing the stage directing as a stage manager, and thank God I became very good at it. You know, I was in control in so many things, and then I moved with Mr. Marshall Garmo. I'm sure the attorney.
Yes.
We had a play.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, were you
forgot-
involved in his play that was that was done at Shenandoah?
no,
You weren't at
no,
that
no,
time?
no. That
Okay.
was in 2014. Matter of fact, to be
Okay.
precise.
Okay.
The name of the play was The Miser, and I
Mhm.
was a stage director at the time. And then I was involved with one play actually for like a minute toward the end. I was the master of ceremony for the late Hussam Zoro, God bless his soul,
Yeah.
and Hani Nouri,
Mhm.
and the rest of the gang. We'll call them the gang, okay? And we did such a great job, you know. And I had one small role in that play. That was like 2001, and after that we became to I came to the Two Rivers Theatrical Group.
Mhm.
They the 5 or 6 people at the time, my colleagues, they finished doing that, but it was registered when I enter that field with them,
Mhm.
and my title was the stage manager and the director of operations from that time.
And I ask, you know, we see how you have served the community in so many ways, but how has theater served the Arabic and Chaldean community over the years? How does theater affect us and influences our life, in your opinion?
Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Just want to read the question one more time, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, theater. How has theater served our community? Because for me, I went with my husband,
Yes.
and I mean, we had 3 hours of straight laughing.
Okay.
And we felt like the writer represented, the actors were amazing,
Okay.
but the story represented our community in a way that, you know, comedy is very popular. And this is why the First Amendment is so important. I'm
Yes,
just so with
yes.
the First Amendment.
Yes.
And over the years, it's been discussed how when you try to take the First Amendment away from people,
Yes.
the comedy dries up.
Yes.
It gets very difficult to tell jokes. You get so scared to say anything. So watching this play unfold and feeling like this is what our community is about, and making light of some of the very serious topics that we go through.
Yes.
Honestly, like, we left feeling really good that our community created something like that. We felt very proud. So how, I know that when I interviewed you, you were mentioning how you feel when you hear the audience laugh. What does that mean for you? What does that do for you?
It actually, when we hear them smile and laugh and clap, it gives us the best feeling in the world. That motivates not just me behind the scene, but the actors and actresses there. But to be very frank with you, this is what you told me is a tough question because this theater is a tough task. We and I'm sure you are in the same industry.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, we always try to we are proud of our Arabic and the Chaldean
Yes.
community, but what we try to do, we try to motivate them, to urge them to come to a beautiful thing. They will see what is this, from backdrops to lighting to sound, people laughing, audience. But unfortunately, we don't see that. We have how many thousands of people? We have 400,000 people here.
Yeah.
Chaldean, Assyrian, Syriac,
Yes.
in the
And
Detroit
that's not
metro.
even including the Middle Eastern, like
Okay,
yeah.
exactly. We have a lot of course, Arabic
Mhm.
people. We even have other countries,
Yes.
Jordanians, Lebanese.
Yes.
They came and watched the show. But unfortunately, for some reason, and I say it on your show, I said it before, and I'm saying it on your show. Unfortunately, our people don't have that urge. They don't have that feelings. They don't have that motivation to come and sit for 3 hours, enjoy the show, to see a nice topic, to see what's going on. I don't know. I just don't know
It
what's.
is. It does kind of feel almost like a mystery. I think I was at a meeting the other day of an interfaith group meeting at one of the colleges, and we were discussing this because I faced the same thing with my film, where, I shared this with you, over 50 international awards.
I've read
Not-
that. Yes.
none-
Congratulations. Beautiful.
well, none from the Arab world.
Amazing.
So, in the beginning, that was so hurtful. I have to say, like, I totally feel what you're saying right now because for a while, I thought, oh my gosh, like this was, and it's filled with love, it's filled with comedy,
Yes.
just like the play that we watched.
Yes.
And people walk out feeling so good after watching it. But the people that it is representing, which we made it for, are the last ones to give it the recognition that it deserves. And so when you were sharing this with me, when I was interviewing you,
Yes.
I totally feel that. But sometimes I got stuck into my own, project thinking like, oh my gosh, like people are reacting like this. Then when you're telling me, I realize, oh, comes in the arts in general. And it's very unfortunate because that play was so beautiful. And one thing you just said about how our reactions, how it makes the actors feel, that's the same thing for any project. You put your heart, your soul into your money, so many things that you put
Absolutely.
into it. And it's just to say, look, you're representing our beautiful community. How do you think we can heal this aspect of our community?
To be honest with you, that's a great and tough question at the same time because we've been trying hard for the last 10 years. We've been trying so hard. I did my due diligence. There's no explanation to why you wouldn't get 800 people. The theater holds 800 people. We need at least 600. We don't even get to 400. There's something wrong.
Well, I have to give you credit for having that many show
Okay.
up, though.
Okay.
I do have to say that.
That's each day.
Yeah, I have to give you credit.
Okay.
The people there, and they all had fun,
Yes.
and that's a lot of people. And I know that it's you as the business aspect probably of it is very tough, and so for you, seeing the emptier seats is not. But for me, I saw it as a major success.
Yeah, but believe me, I feel very bad. I regret to see one seat. Okay, because we didn't do our hard work, enduring the cold weather, the snow, and all the headache. Well, not headache of the of the whole thing.
Yes, the administration.
to see
person.
and even one empty seat.
I see.
Unfortunately, we saw that. Okay,
Yes.
we saw that, and we see that, and we're going to continue seeing that. To be honest with you, and being very frank with you, we and of course our
And I
audience
appreciate your
are listening.
frankness.
I'm
Yes.
being very honest with
Yes.
everything here. Okay, some people don't like the way I'm going to be talking,
Mhm.
but you know something, this is reality.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm not afraid of reality. So You tell people, for example, we had a lot of weddings that weekend. We have a lot of weddings all the time anyway. So, and if we do it in the summertime, it's a failure. You cannot do it in the summertime because people are on
Everybody's too
vacations,
busy.
people are weddings, engagement,
Mm-hmm.
people traveling, all kind of things.
Right.
So when you tell people we have this show, okay, and this is, to be honest with you, the vast majority of people, okay, but we still have our audience. They come, okay, but they tell you, I had a party. I'm not interested. I don't care about the play. The way they tell you sometimes, it hurts my feelings.
Hmm.
It hurts my feelings, because they tell you $35, $40. That's too much. I'm not going to sit there for 3, 4 hours to watch a theater. And I'm sure that thing happened to you also in the pomegranate film and all that. People are not, they're not interested. What are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Yeah,
interested.
and then at the same time, there was reports that have been written in the past, even 5 years. One of them just came out last year. Reports of how Muslims and the Arabs are underrepresented in Hollywood and this and that. And I thought, okay, our communities, and I think this is all communities have traits that they
Yes,
have
yes.
from the areas that they came from. And our traits are kind of more like pointing fingers and not looking within. Who is the most people that can support, first and foremost, should be the community. And then it spreads out, right?
100%.
So when we feel misunderstood, misrepresented, we have misconceptions, stereotypes, whatever we feel, it is our job to step forward to deal with these issues. But we don't. We just say, well, like you said, well, this is not worth my time on this, or there's reports that cost as much as making a movie, complaining about what's being represented. And instead of writing a report about what's being represented in Hollywood, go make a film and or encourage the films that are already in Hollywood,
Yeah.
right? Instead of always this, especially when it comes to the arts. And when it comes to entertainment, I find our community very easily spends 10 times as much over just a meal, for instance.
Okay. Okay. Since you mentioned that, I just want to add something, if the time permits.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So, believe me, people not just telling me the $35 or $40 is too much. They don't have that theatrical education. I'm not going to say they don't have education. No, they all have education.
Right.
But to come and sit in a theater to watch a show for 2.5 hours, for a total of 3 hours with the break, or 3.5 hours, whatever, it's an annual thing. They don't have that, but they have time, and I'm going to say it. They have time to go to casino. Okay, I'm not saying they don't go to casino.
Right.
I'm not going to say that.
Because I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, they go to this singer. They pay $200 or $250 or
Yes,
$150.
Yes.
And it's the same music, with all the respect to all of them. With all the respect, my
Ladies' night, they go to which is not a small cost either, and ladies' night are happening regularly as well.
Okay, I'm not saying bad about these things. You can go, but these things are almost every week.
They're
These
regularly.
singers, okay, and it's like from one singer to the other. Seems like this singer is mimicking this singer. Okay, it's just the same music, but different personality. They go to the casino. They go to the nightclubs. Okay. So I'm not saying don't go, but at least give us a share a little bit once a year. Give us 3 hours a year of your time. That's the only thing I'm asking. I'm not begging. I'm asking.
And it's good for them.
Yes.
It is a very healthy
Thank you.
feeling.
Thank you.
When my husband and I went, the first thing that when we left, and we've been in other situations where I tell him, it's the weekend. I don't want to just go out to eat. I love seeing new things. I love seeing what him and I witnessed in the theater. And I was actually concerned that I was like, I hope, I think he's going to like it, but I knew I was going to like it, but he loved it. And I just felt like what a nice way to come home, share this with our children, share it with our neighbors. And we started telling people, and they said, oh my gosh, we didn't know. Like, are they going to play it again? I said, well, it's the whole weekend because we came on a Friday. And so I started posting and I started telling people it's on the weekend. And a lot of people like, oh, I hope they have it again. Why? Why not just go either Saturday or Sunday? And some people said, well, do you think they'll do it again, like, in the near future? They have no clue the kind of work that it requires. And this is an evening that is not going to resemble any other evening.
Believe me, I like to see people. They bring their wives, mothers, fathers. I saw a lot of people. They come dressed very elegant. They come in a very elegant way, and they sit. Okay, I wanna elevate this to the theater in other countries, and in Egypt. But here, I don't know. We are just liking this. I really cannot speak on that. We are doing our best, try to get people to fill the theater, but we can't. It's not because pricing. It's people. They just don't have the urge. So, and believe me, even if we give free tickets, I think it's still gonna be the same.
Yeah, there isn't an appreciation
Yes,
for this.
yes,
It's very
yes.
unfortunate. But what I love about what you're doing and the people that were on stage, this hasn't stopped you.
Will never stop me. It gives me motivation. It makes me stronger.
And this is what I love.
It
And
makes me stronger.
the guest I had, Stephen Hanawi, he has that similar attitude. He has a different love that he's trying to preserve the Aramaic language, the Chaldean language, and he has the attitude where he feels like there's a calling, and he sees the lack of participation, but the attitude is very inspiring. It's very inspiring. I'm so glad I was able to come. I'm so glad I was able to write about it. I want to share some of the pictures. It was a very lovely night. That's you.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking. It was a very, very lovely
Wow.
night. I also have, let me see if I can find the other picture.
Wow.
This is the talent, and they were wonderful. You could tell they were like, aside from being talented, but they were really doing everything from the bottom of their hearts.
And at least 2 or 3 people they participate with you on the movie, right? Like Bassem.
Oh my God! Yes, Bassem was in Pomegranate, and so was
And the
Hani,
Sheik.
and Hani was in there too. But and I was so happy seeing him up there. What happens is I believe that we're creating a community this way.
Yes.
We have to do our part. It's frustrating. I mean, I remember after we had our premiere in LA in February, and a month later I was sick because of the work and the efforts and everything that I was putting in. So I realized nobody knows the work that happens behind the screen, and same thing on stage. Nobody is aware of this, but I hope that our work over time, whether it influences or whatever it does, and if it doesn't, I think we're just doing our calling. We can't do it. We can't do anything. It will pay off.
Somehow, somewhere, sometime.
Yes.
It will do it. I mean, so far right now, we are doing good. We are in the right direction, the right path. But I want more. I'm hungry for more people to come and And I saw a lot of people. I'm sorry, I saw a lot of new faces, a lot of new people.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully next year around March or so, we're gonna have our play, and of course you are cordially invited.
Thank you.
I'm telling you right now, you are the first person.
Thank you so much. So is this your plan? This is the next last question. Is that you do it yearly, or how are you able to do that, or is it hard to put time frames on it? It depends on the writers and talent.
It depends. It depends on the writer. Okay. It depends on the actors because that's a lot of work. But I already picked all those people. I picked the writer. I mean, the writer is already the same. The director, we picked him already. I'm not gonna mention any names, okay?
It's a surprise.
Yes, and the actors, some of them, not the same group, but we have like the essentials one all the time. Some people they don't have time, or they like to leave, or they didn't for some reason, I don't know, they didn't enjoy it or something, I don't know. And sometimes we see it also. I see it. I have a vision. I see if this person is for this or not. And I don't like to kick nobody. They're all my brothers. They're all my sisters. They're all my colleagues. We work hand in hand. I call them the family. It's my second family.
Well, for next time, for whatever play, let's connect beforehand and try to get the word out, because all we can do, I think, is do our parts. Let the community be aware of it, and the rest is up to them. But I think over time they will learn the beauty of what it is to go to a theater and enjoy this.
Wonderful. And for the first time, of course, I'm going to tell you this. I'm saying nobody knows about that. You're more than welcome to be on our advisory committee if you like, if your time permits that. Okay.
Thank you. I think I can see us one of these days working together. Who knows how?
Yes,
but I think the fact that we have this appreciation, and I'm gonna say another thing. Being there and the information that I shared with my neighbors and with family members, I think it makes a difference. I think they might the next time. Oh, and everybody, by the way, when I told them, oh, why didn't you tell us this and that? And I said, I know you guys are. They knew I'm going to play, and there wasn't a response, and you don't know, there is the lack of appreciation. So I said, well, I wasn't sure how you would respond, but you know what, next time I will put more pressure, like, yes, let's do an outing and do this. It doesn't always have to be the same typical type of Chaldean gatherings or Arabic gatherings that we're used to. But by my reaction, there was an interest from them, but they only said this after seeing me really loving and enjoying the experience.
I see that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
So thank you so much for joining us. Until the next play, thank you everybody for watching, and have a wonderful day. And do read the article in the Chaldean News, because it has clips of the other actors, which I do hope to interview in the near future as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Weam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Weam. That was great. I'm sorry, I had to say something just to release myself.